Hi guys, and welcome to Glorytime, where we talk about testimonies and stories that give God the glory. Now,
Today we're talking about provision.
and when I tell you that through this virus, through this COVID-19, through this craziness, God has done nothing but provide. And it's been so crazy how much He's provided for us, seeing that if you've seen previous videos, you know that I had 2 full-time jobs, you know that I lost my jobs, you also know that I was the main provider for our household while my husband's chasing his dreams. And so it's so funny because after I lost both my jobs, it was literally like, you know what, God, I'm giving it to you. I'm going to give you everything. You can provide everything. You said that you're a provider. You said that you're going to take care of all of our needs. So I trust you and I know that it's going to happen. Like, y'all, it is May. So like the fact that God has actually provided is, I'm not going to say beyond me, but it's amazing how He stands true to His word and He stands on His promises. Because when I tell you, we have not lacked anything during this quarantine. We have been able to eat, we have been able to pay bills, we have been able to get extensions on some bills that we cannot pay. God has sent money from different people and different places, and He has truly provided all of our needs. Because like, it's so crazy how just trusting in the Lord with all of your heart and not leaning on what you know, because your girl likes to lean on what she knows. This is so annoying. Oh my gosh. Okay, because your girl really does like to lean on like what she knows. And I was so adamant about getting a job and finding some other way that I myself could provide for my family instead of trusting in God all the way. But when I truly surrendered everything and I allowed myself to trust in Him, I have seen the glory of His provision. I've seen the glory of His promises. And so I just want to share a little bit with you guys and let you know that trusting in God and allowing Him to provide is true. It's real. He will give you everything that you need, no doubt, like no cap. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that we had what we needed for this, but the Lord made a way for sure. It's so funny because it took so long for things to actually like fall into place. And I knew that it was a testament of our faith because I had applied for unemployment the day that I lost both my jobs. I applied for unemployment. It took a month for them to send me a letter that said, hey, we can't even verify who you are. So for this whole month, while everybody's like, hey, I got my unemployment check, other people are like, hey, I got my stimulus checks, nothing. We didn't hear anything, we didn't know anything. And then we got the call arounds. Like, you legit will call the California unemployment office and it will be like, this is an automated message, and at the end of this call, it is going to hang up and you cannot speak to a live representative. Please call this number for a live representative. So, write down the number, call that second number. The second number. This is an automated voice message, and unfortunately, you will not be able to speak to a live representative.
Okay, so I tried calling the unemployment office because they open at 8 a.m., right? And it's like 8:03. So I called at exactly 8 a.m. They walked me through one of those answering services, like the robotic calls. And then as soon as he goes through his little message, he hangs up. So I just want to make sure I'm not tripping. I decided that I'm going to call on my computer and see if that helps. And I just want you guys to hear this.
Thank you for calling the Employment Development Department Unemployment Insurance Office. We are currently receiving more calls than we can answer. Please listen to this entire message. Why wait? Get immediate access to your UI claim information right from your computer, smartphone, or tablet through UI Online. UI Online is a fast, convenient, and secure way to ask a question, certify for continuing benefits, view detailed payment information, reopen an existing claim, and more. To log on or to register, visit www.edd.ca.gov/UI_online.
No internet access? Call the UI self-service phone line at 1-866-333-4606 to certify for continuing benefits, hear information about your last payment issued, and to listen to general information about the UI program. Need to file a new claim? The fastest way is through eApply for UI at www.edd.ca.gov/unemployment.
All UI self-service options are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
I thought I was going crazy, y'all. I thought I was going crazy. And I thought that I was going to start stressing out because all these other people are getting refund checks, stimulus checks, unemployment checks, and we ain't got nothing. Like, there's no word for the Lord, for what the Lord had in store for us. But I also remembered that I was like, you know what, Lord, you're going to provide. So I'm going to trust you to provide. And I had to trust to provide. So it took about a month for the unemployment people to like send me a letter that's like, hey, we can't verify who you are. We don't know who you are. Send us proof of residency, send us your W-2s, send us a copy of your license. So I went ahead and I did that. Same day, the stimulus checks for the people, because you know, they've created this whole online portal where you can go in and like check on the status of your check. I literally went online, checked on the status of my check, and they were like, we are unable to verify who you are. So I'm like, all right, you know what?
I just don't exist. I'm just not a real person. I'm not a real girl. I'm Pinocchio. I'm not a real girl.
But anywho, so the same day that I got the unemployment, which is like a month after I filed, is the same day that the stimulus check portal actually verified who I was. And they were like, oh, we know who you are. Just go ahead and submit this information. You should get your check soon. So this is a month later. So we're a month past layoff. So for a whole month, we went without government assistance. But I didn't need government assistance to get God assistance, because the Lord has sent blessings from someone just sowing into our ministry. The Lord has sent a blessing from friends and family, like literally just sending us money. They were like, oh, you got laid off? Matter of fact, what's your Cash App? Like, I am so grateful for what the Lord has done. I had a flight ticket that I was supposed to go home to see my brother graduate, and his graduation was canceled and turned into a virtual graduation. And so I ended up getting all the money for my flight back, which was a blessing that was able to contribute to what we have. I ended up having it was some kind of bill that I had paid, but I had overpaid. And so that sent more money back into our account. And so when I tell you that the Lord provided financially in ways that I would have never imagined, like I didn't just go out and ask people for help. Like literally the Lord was just sending angels left and right to just provide, to give us what we needed to get through COVID. And it's so funny because we still don't have unemployment, and we still don't have the stimulus checks, and we still don't have refund checks. And so to know that there is a potential for the worldly blessing to come through and bless us, it just gave me so much more faith that aside from the worldly blessing, aside from what God has in store to bless us, He can take care of all of our needs. He knows what we need. He knows that we need food. He knows that we need water. He knows that we need electricity and a place to live. And so this is just like a testament to share with you all how good the Lord is, how good His promises are, how much He will provide all of our needs, and how He knows all of our needs. Like, there are some needs that I didn't even think that I knew that I needed, that He provided. And so in this time, I was able to grow in the Lord. I was able to join Bible studies and really dive into the Word and study what the gospel means and the story of Jesus and His ministry here on earth, and the importance of repentance and salvation. And so I was really able to like rededicate my time to the Lord. And not only did I join a Bible study, I joined a prayer chain. And so the prayer chain was like dedicated time daily to pray for specific needs for not just myself or my family, but for the world. And so it has been truly a blessing this quarantine. It has been truly a blessing this time because it allowed me to prioritize God in the way that he should be. Because in the time that I've spent at home, I didn't realize how much I had like not prioritized God. You know, like you go to work, you do stuff after work. In my case, I went to work, then I came home a little bit, and then I went back to work. And so I didn't realize how the time that I dedicated to God was like second to the responsibilities that I thought I had to take care of. When really, the time that I dedicate to God should be first, and he will provide me with the time that I need to take care of the responsibilities. And so, again, I just wanted to share the story of God's glory and how he has provided during COVID-19. He has not let us go without. We have no lack. He literally knows all of our needs, and he is taking care of it in ways that we wouldn't even think he could have taken care of. Like, I am so grateful for this time. I'm so grateful for this pause. And as things begin to open back up and as things begin to reset, I just want you to really consider making God a priority, because we're not going to be able to return back to the norm, but the Lord is going to establish a new norm for our lives. And if we've taken this time, this minute to just be still and know that God is God and that he is sovereign and he is over everything in our lives, then as we reset, we can allow him to be the forefront of everything that we do and everything that we say and everything that we act on in our walk with Christ. And so this is just God's glory at its finest. Because your girl didn't know what was going to happen when she posted that last video. But now I come to you renewed, I come to you rested, and I come to you grateful. But I also come to you telling you that God is God, and he is going to take care of you. He is going to take care of all of us. We just need to learn to prioritize him. Make him your first priority. So that's it for this video. Thanks for tuning in to, I guess this is the first episode of Glorytime, where we talk about testimonies and stories that give God the glory. Loves and lovettes, I love you, and know that God loves you, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.